The conversation surrounding a potential rematch between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. stirs a potent mix of excitement, skepticism, and nostalgia in the boxing world. Their 2015 fight of the century was a cultural and financial juggernaut, grossing over $600 million, yet it left many fans unsatisfied due to its lack of explosive action and Mayweather's defensive masterclass. A decade later, with Pacquiao still active at 46 and Mayweather retired but teasing exhibition bouts, the idea of a second clash reignites debates about legacy, skill, and the motivations driving these two legends. The recent buzz, amplified by Pacquiao's training clips and his draw against Mario Barrios on July 19, 2025, alongside rumors of Mike Tyson's influence, has fans and analysts dissecting whether this is a legitimate sporting event or a cash grab fueled by nostalgia. Let's start with the context of their first fight. In 2015, Mayweather and Pacquiao finally met after years of negotiations, marred by disputes over drug testing, revenue splits, and promotional control. Both were past their primes. Mayweather was 38, Pacquiao 36, but the anticipation was feverish. Mayweather won a unanimous decision, leveraging his trademark defensive style, pinpoint counterpunching, and ring IQ to neutralize Pacquiao's relentless offense. Pacquiao threw around 429 punches, landing just 81, while Mayweather was more efficient, landing 148 of 435. Critics slammed the fight for lacking fireworks, and Pacquiao's post-fight claim of a shoulder injury further muddied the narrative. Yet, the event's financial success was undeniable, with Mayweather reportedly earning over $200 million and Pacquiao around $150 million. This backdrop sets the stage for why a rematch, even in 2025, holds allure. Pacquiao's recent performance against Barrios at the MGM Grand showed he still has gas in the tank. At 46, he went 12 rounds with a younger, bigger welterweight champion and felt he deserved the win, though the judges scored it a majority draw. His speed, footwork, and punch volume, reminiscent of his prime, impressed many, though some noted signs of age in his stamina and power. Pacquiao's post-fight comments about wanting a rematch with Mayweather were bold, signaling his confidence and willingness to revisit their rivalry. The Filipino icon's career is a testament to his durability. He's won 12 major world titles across 8 weight classes, a feat unmatched in boxing history. From flyweight in the 1990s to welterweight in the 2020s, Pacquiao's ability to compete at an elite level for 4 decades underscores his claim as one of the sport's all-time greats. Mayweather, on the other hand, has been retired since 2017, when he stopped Conor McGregor in a blockbuster crossover fight. Now 48, he stayed active with lucrative exhibition bouts, like his 2018 knockout of Japanese kickboxer Tenshin Nasukawa. These fights, while criticized for lacking competitive stakes, keep Mayweather's brand alive and his bank account flush. His undefeated 50-0 record, built on defensive brilliance and tactical dominance, remains a cornerstone of his legacy. However, reports of financial pressures, owing $22.2 million to the IRS in 2017 and maintaining an extravagant lifestyle with private jets, luxury cars, and a large entourage, suggest money is a key driver for any potential return. Mayweather's claim that Pacquiao's comeback is financially motivated rings hypocritical given his own history, yet it's a reality in boxing, where aging stars often chase one last payday. The involvement of Mike Tyson in this narrative adds an intriguing layer. While no concrete evidence confirms Tyson training Pacquiao, their mutual respect is clear. Pacquiao has cited Tyson's ferocious style as an inspiration, studying his fights as a young fighter. Tyson, a former heavyweight champion known for his raw power and intimidating presence, has been vocal about the 2015 fight. He criticized Mayweather's low-output, defensive approach, arguing it couldn't match Pacquiao's relentless pace of nearly 100 punches per round. Tyson's own career, marked by earning $400 to $685 million and filing for bankruptcy in 2003 due to reckless spending, offers a cautionary tale about financial mismanagement. His transformation into a businessman, leveraging his brand through ventures like podcasts and cannabis products, contrasts with Mayweather's flashier spending habits. Tyson's reflective stance on wealth, calling handling money an art, adds depth to his perspective on both fighters. The debate over a rematch hinges on several factors: competitive viability, fan interest, and the fighter's motivations. Competitively, Mayweather's defensive style remains a stylistic nightmare for Pacquiao. In 2015, Mayweather's longer reach, quicker jab, and ability to control distance frustrated Pacquiao, who struggled to land clean shots. Analysts argue Mayweather's ring IQ and physical advantages, being taller, with a 72-inch reach to Pacquiao's 67 inches, make him the likely favorite again, even at 48. Pacquiao's aggressive, high-volume style thrives against opponents who engage, but Mayweather's hit-and-don't-get-hit philosophy neutralizes that. However, Pacquiao's recent showing against Barrios suggests he's still dangerous, especially if Mayweather's reflexes have dulled with age. The X platform is abuzz with fans debating this, with some arguing Pacquiao's hunger could overwhelm an older Mayweather, while others believe Floyd's technical edge is timeless. Fan interest is another driver. The 2015 fight, despite its criticism, was a global phenomenon, selling 4.6 million pay-per-view buys. A rematch, even as an exhibition, would likely draw massive viewership, especially with the Tyson angle and Pacquiao's enduring popularity. Posts on X reflect this split. Some fans call it a nostalgia cash grab, while others see it as a chance for Pacquiao to redeem his 2015 loss. The financial incentive is undeniable. Mayweather's exhibitions have earned him millions with minimal risk, and Pacquiao, despite his wealth, has faced financial struggles, including tax issues in the Philippines. A rematch could net both fighters 8-figure paydays, especially if staged in a lucrative market like Saudi Arabia, which has hosted recent high-profile boxing events. Nostalgia plays a huge role. The Mayweather-Pacquiao rivalry defined an era, with their primes fueling a decade-long debate over who was the best pound-for-pound fighter. Pacquiao's underdog story, from a street kid in the Philippines to an 8-division champion, resonates emotionally, while Mayweather's brash persona and unbeaten record polarize fans. The 2015 fight was less about the result and more about the spectacle, and a rematch would lean heavily on that legacy. Yet, critics argue it risks tarnishing their reputations if it's another lackluster affair. Joe Rogan's comparison of Mayweather's defensive genius to Tyson's raw power highlights their contrasting styles, which could make a second fight compelling if both bring their A-game. The Tyson factor, while speculative, fuels intrigue. His presence in Pacquiao's corner, real or imagined, would add psychological weight. Tyson's prime was defined by knockouts and intimidation, traits Pacquiao emulated in his relentless style. If Tyson's influence pushes Pacquiao to adopt a more aggressive, pressure-heavy approach, it could test Mayweather's defensive shell in ways the 2015 fight didn't. However, Mayweather's history of adapting to aggressive opponents, like his dismantling of Ricky Hatton in 2007, suggests he'd have answers. Tyson's own comments on Mayweather's spending and Pacquiao's work rate show he respects both but leans toward Pacquiao's heart and hustle. Financially, both fighters have complex histories. Mayweather's $1.1 billion career earnings dwarf most athletes, yet his lavish lifestyle, mansions, car collections, and a $10 million engagement ring, strains even his fortune. His exhibitions, like the McGregor fight, are calculated moves to maintain wealth without the rigors of competitive boxing. Pacquiao, with an estimated $220 million net worth, has also faced financial woes, including a reported $18 million tax dispute. His continued fighting, despite a successful political career as a Philippine senator, suggests a mix of passion and necessity. Tyson's bankruptcy story, spending $580,000 on a birthday party and $2 million on a golden bathtub, mirrors the pitfalls both fighters face. His advice to have a ball with wealth has evolved into a warning about its fleeting nature. The X platform offers a raw pulse on public sentiment. Users are split. Some call Pacquiao washed, but admire his grit, while others see Mayweather as untouchable but question his willingness to risk his 50-0 record. One post quipped, "Pacquiao at 46 is still throwing 100 punches around. Floyd's throwing 100 stacks at the club." Another user argued, "Mayweather's scared of Pacquiao's speed, but he'll never admit it." These sentiments reflect the emotional stakes. Fans want closure to a rivalry that never fully delivered. Ultimately, a rematch's worth depends on execution. A competitive fight with both at their best could be a fitting capstone to their legacies, showcasing Pacquiao's heart and Mayweather's cunning. But if it's another cautious point-scoring affair, it'll feel like a hollow encore. The 2015 fight's hype was built on years of anticipation. A 2025 rematch would rely on nostalgia and the faint hope of a different outcome. Pacquiao's recent form and Tyson's symbolic presence tilt the intrigue toward him, but Mayweather's track record and financial savvy make him the safer bet. Whether it's worth the hype or just a sentimental rerun, the boxing world will watch, wallets open, hearts racing.